5, 13, or 22, we got Netflix and it was on sale. I actually use that service. One of the things that we want to point out is the following. Trade topic, trade management, gap open up. Yesterday we had an ascending base coming off of the lows and we bought Netflix. Netflix was definitely on sale with the big sell off in the markets, and we know how to take advantage. And we're doing it for intraday. And because we can always trade it again tomorrow, we're in the trade and we're doing the call options and we're doing the following call options. The 170 call options that we bought yesterday, we were coming up off of the lows. We got an entry. Now we're trading what we call a runaway gap on Netflix. In the Daily Stock Charts Trader app, DailyStockCharts.com, we own the app. We built it over the last 30-year period. Let's examine the gap open up. It's a bull market definition trend to the upside. Intraday is what all of this is based on, okay? Because that's how these markets have been. And the days they want to go up, well, we take it up. Short-term trading pays. And not only that, my friends, let's just examine that 3-minute gap. He pulls that right back, but guess what? The green bar confirms it right away, and the diamonds were going up in value. These are algorithms, and they're mathematically coded, 100% coded mathematically, and math does not lie. You can have any kind of an opinion you want, but when we show you the math, that's going to change everything, pal. And I'm dead serious. So, one definition of gap open up, the diamonds, our platform tells you how to go through all the wiggles, the consolidation, the confirmation with diamonds exceeding up to the highs. And we did. And we made a high in Netflix. Let us not forget that the actual high is 185. And today's low is 176. We own how to trade options, the 170 calls. Today's low was 1133. And the high was 1660. I can see I'm direct access. I'm a market maker. So when you're here trading with me, you get to see the whole market of both the buyer and the seller. And these are the market makers in here, not the retail model. That doesn't get you nowhere when you're trading options and whatnot. So with short-term trading options, that's what we do best because we compete with the other market makers. So when we get orders and we get hit down here at 11.5, where our limit order was, we bought them there. And we bought 30 contracts at $11.50. And we're making $6 a contract. That's $18,000 profit intraday. No matter what you say, think, or feel, the math and the trade management of the volume of the trade management speaks for itself, as it does very clearly. What my job is to make you a lot of money. And we do have managed account program. You can be doing the trading when I'm giving you the orders to get the fill. And then the orders for the exit to get the fill on the exit and whatnot. But we use the Daily Stock Chart app because the thing that we look at the most right now on Netflix is we got a 92 IR. And that 92 and 94 IR tells us not to come out of it. It will pull back because they always do. And it's 93 cents per line is the value of the 1/16th in the Daily Stock Charts app. Now, we're at 96 IR. And you can clearly see where the breakout pulls back right here. But look at the pop. Look at the diamonds carefully. These are algorithms. They're pure mathematical bots. And they hit right up to the penny. When I say I'm 100% right and to the penny, you can demo it. You can witness it. You can feel it. You could trade with it because that's what you're going to do when you're in the live trading room, when you're going to demo the app. And then you're going to learn how to buy the 170 call options down here at 1150. Okay, and that is professional entries. That's what we did. We're not coming out because of the fact that we have a 95 IR right here in our platform. So the platform is a decision process. It keeps you in the trades, or it tells you how strong they are. And once you understand how strong the price movement is relative the equity price movement, when you go up in the IR, you can see the value of the contracts go up. The bids go higher and the ask goes higher. 1780 now, 85. Why? You're on 99 IR. So when you're on that 99 IR, that 98 IR, that's going to be pegged directly to the ask right there. Yep. And we built a daily option platform as well. And this is the equity side. That's going to make your option prices move above the strike price. In this case, in NFLX, we're dealing with the 170 call option order entry at 1150. With the high, there's no one has sold it. The high is still 1660 at 1730 by 1760. But that IR, when it comes down in value, then the bid will come down, and the ask, as you see it right here, it's coming down. So we can put the trade right here. This is DailyStockCharts, 96 IR. That just tells you that that bid is holding. But when that bid, if that IR goes to 100, that is how strong the price is at this very moment during the intraday process. And we have 1 hour and 15 minutes to maximize as much profit out of NFLX as we can. And that is dealing with a bull market May 20th, 170 call. That's what the NFLX trade is, everybody. And you can see the ask, well, with the 98 IR, NFLX hasn't had a 98 IR probably in 2 months. All I have to do is go and look in our historical IR data column. No, on 5/4, it had a 97 IR. So today, we're at 98 IR in our platform, and that tells you how strong it is, but it has to get on 100 and really go through 100 or pull back 2 teenies. Each line is 93 pennies. So there's less volatility in the bull side. Well, they're 1735 by 1765. Why? Because that IR in our platform is tied to the equity, and it is. I can show you our other platform, give you a sneak preview. It's going in the actual charting app, but I didn't put these particular contracts in here, so we're only going to want to focus on the fact that we have NFLX right here as $11.22 range, opened at 177. The high was 185, low was 176. There is the bid, 185. There's that IR that we talk about in the charting app, same IR. That's this one, 98 IR. And in our NFLX, you're only focusing on this code. If they sell the bid, it'll print red. If they're buying the ask, that means stock would go higher. That will flash green. Now, that's the NASDAQ 100 futures market, and that's the E-mini ES futures market, and the YM equal to the Dow, which is what we refer to as the Dow futures, okay? And we can see the futures, we can see their IRs and how strong they are, all in the info panel. Now, look at that IR. It's on 100. Let's take a look at the options. We're back up to 1785. So, you know, it's had a really big move off of the low of our entry of 1150. And we haven't sold any of it yet. No, the platform says not to sell it. Because when you have an IR that strong, it tells you to stay in the equity, and it does. And it hasn't had that. So we know the heartbeat and the pulse of our option trade. And we also know that we can buy put options if and when Netflix pulls back, then we can go ahead and pull up the put options and trade those. And we'll show you what that would look like. Right now, Netflix is at the high of 185, so the 190 puts can be traded on Netflix. But it is a very strong stock, and it tells us how long that we can stay in that stock, and it does. And it tells us also many things. When you demo this, you're going to find out what Netflix is doing right now. And the thing about it is it's not going to be hard to know that when you scroll down to your price levels in our platforms, okay, so if you go up to 185 today, that's going to be right here. And it's going to flag 11/16 delta at 184.53. Okay. And when you learn how to read this info panel, it's pure mathematics. There's 3/4 at 185.463. Okay. I didn't put the options in this column below. Just look at this row of code. As when you demo this, it's going to be much easier and whatnot, because it tells you how much we're $9 off of the low, and we're 44 cents off of the high. So we know exactly where everything is. And we know where our indexes are. We know exactly what the pulse of the market is. And Netflix is very strong, and it is. And it's printing at 3/4 delta in our system. That is the price. And the current bid and ask in it's 185 by 185.49 and some change. And it tells you exactly, it'll highlight in yellow what the deltas are. So short-term trading is what we do. And this is going to go into the charting app itself, which is this right here. And this is for the intraday trading, the breakouts, how strong the breakouts are, how long you can stay in the trade. It will give you the signals that are generated automatically. And with our powerful scanning technique engines that we have, they pull the bid and ask in the option contracts. I'm a professional. You don't really get to see the whole bid and ask ranges in these call and options. You get to see usually only one code, something like this. You get to see one code, big deal. You don't know all the players and how to execute in and out, and you can. I will show you all the techniques, so that way you can maximize the profits instead of losing slippage on your trades. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. We have a 93 IR. It's 93 cents. So we could pull back 1, 2, 3 would be where the big breakout bar, and we made a new high. Now, Netflix has made new highs all the way up. So it just depends on what the futures market is doing. If the NQ futures go up in value, that's why we have that in this cockpit. So when you sit in the 747 cockpit, you're looking at this line of code. You're looking at the bid, the ask, and the IR is in the middle. That's going to tell you how strong the trade is, so you never have to worry about that. That's going to give you the last print right here in the equity. That's you. The bigger the number off of the low, the stronger it is. Right now, we're $9.10 off of the low. I don't have to go look at a chart. I'm 49 cents off of the high. That's only a half a teeny off of the high. So the change is $10.90. So the higher the value off of the low, but I can read my info panel. That's what this is. I know where my NASDAQ 100 futures are. The stronger these futures are, the stronger that Netflix will outperform. I know what the S&P 500 futures are doing. I've got them right here. I know what the IR says. So I know where the balance of all my markets are at any forgiven moment. Let it be known this way, my friends, because this is who you're going to be. This is what you want to be. And now all you have to do is take the free trial to be what you want to be. And your trading career will change 1,000%, my friends.